Gumiho is going to be up against Dark now. All right, start the prediction, and then let's go, baby. Let's go into our next game, our next match. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres, it is the 2019 WCS World Champion for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner for Storm Gaming, it's Gumiho. Slug Fiesta against Vindicta. And now up against one of the hardest players in this bracket, if not the... I mean, he's the big favorite to win today, right? Like, you look at this bracket, obviously Zest is a very strong player. Cure, a very strong player. They both certainly have the ability to take down Dark. But let's be real. Dark's a pretty heavy favorite. Like, he's a pretty heavy favorite. Dark is really damn good at this game. So it's going to be tough for Gumiho. I do kind of wonder why we don't have more signups on this cup. I think it's just a time zone thing. Like, for West Coast, it's not really late, right? It's like 8 o'clock at night right now. It's not too bad. I feel like we could have more kind of random West Coast people signing up. But I think just the fact that it's really a bad time for Europeans. It is 5 a.m. in Central Europe right now, so there might be some degens up, but mostly they're not really gonna go for it. And it doesn't feel like there's a ton of kind of smaller, lesser known Korean players that want to try to prove themselves, you know? Up against a Dark or a Zest. It's a bit unfortunate, but I really feel like the matches in these cups are at least as good, and definitely 100% I have felt like the matches in a Korea Cup are better than the following EU and NA Cups. The NA Cups can be pretty sick though, because you do get the best mix of all three. I think the NA Cups end up being the best a lot of times because of that. You'll end up with a lot of really good European players. You get your good NA players, and then the Koreans have woken up, and you get a few sick Korean players as well. You'd say the round of 16 matches in DreamHack Europe and America are usually quite good, unless someone doesn't show up. I would agree with that. Yeah. I'm not saying that like every time Korea is better. You know what I mean? It's more that the round of 16 in these cups is at least as good as EU and America pretty much every single week. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. I would say overall, the round of 16 in these cups is sick. It's not like there's the same percentage of pro players to amateur players in these cups. It's just that there are a lot less amateur players. That's pretty much it. There's a lot less amateur players, and there's a lot less semi-pros, which means there's less of a chance of like a cheeky upset, like a King Cobra taking down Clem. You know what I mean? Like, you do have a bit less of that potential, which is a bit unfortunate, because a huge amount of our semi-pro scene are Europeans. That is just the case. So we don't really get a ton of them out here in the Korea Cup, but I actually think the bracket for these cups, the Korea Cups, is always banging. The round of 16 always has some really sick matches in it. And again, I feel like it's at least the same as the other cups, but it's a much less time commitment for players and casters. Like, the cups go a bit quicker, and you get right into... We didn't have a single dud today. That first match, Vindicta Gumiho kicked ass. Now we've got Gumiho Dark. This is super sick. And look at this. Gumiho holding the top of the ramp, bops the roaches with the Reaper. He's got the Viking up here. and he just kills a couple of roaches straight out, just before they even are able to come over here. So Dark trying to get some damage done, and now it's a 4 roach push. A Marauder in a bunker is going to be great against this. You know what I mean? He's not. Gumiho doesn't seem all too worried. It would be nice if he got the Marauder in the bunker. Maybe got some SCVs around for a repair, but he doesn't seem all that concerned. He's going to lose a few workers, but roaches aren't free. The Hellions even come back to help out, and yeah, I mean, this is a great hold for Gumiho. This is great. I think Dark is fine. He's droned up a ton behind this, but you know, he didn't really need to make those roaches, or he could have kept them at home and just defended against the Hellions. As it is, Gumiho is still free to move out on the map with these Hellions. You wouldn't be surprised by the winner of Zaun Hero Time taking down Dark? I would be shocked. I would be genuinely very surprised if Dark loses to any of those players today. Very surprised. In a big event, here's the thing. When people are under that, like, big event stress, and they get their, like, ooh, they get that extra pump of adrenaline. Everybody gets raised up by that. Some players have a tough time handling that. But any of these players that we're used to seeing their names around, they get pumped up by that, and they play better. But Dark is just so good that these weekly cups where players aren't going to feel quite as much adrenaline, quite as much of that push, Dark, generally speaking, is just going to play better than all of those players. Like, it's kind of interesting. You do have players like Zest, who I feel like can push really, really high when he's playing in a big event, you know? He got back-to-back second places in Katowice. That's huge. But I feel like in these cups, he puts like 85% in and ends up losing a lot when you wouldn't expect him to. Dark doesn't really do that. Dark's not the kind of player who's likely to lose when you don't expect him to. In a big event, sure, there might be an upset. In something like this, though, I think it takes a Zest or a Cure to take him down. And honestly, I don't think a Zest or a Cure will take him down today. We'll see. We'll see. But my bet is that Dark doesn't drop a map until the finals. And he might not even drop one map. I don't know, man. Aren't pretty much all the NA players semi-pros? I guess it depends on how you define semi-pros. There are a handful of semi-pros in North America. I feel like there's a lot more semi-pros in Europe, though. Numbers-wise. In terms of percentage, maybe it's similar. Percentage to pros. Anyways, we got a big fight here, and oh man, that was a lot of Ravagers. They do need some Roach friends, though. Looks like the Infestors are out of energy. No more Fungals available. Gumiho did keep a lot of units alive through that, and these tanks stayed up for a while. But as I say that, they do get taken down. A few more Ravagers fall than I think Dark was looking for, but his reinforcement Roaches are out now, and he is just going to move across the map and take advantage of the fact that he just crushed Gumiho's army. Just need to be a little bit careful. He's giving that one siege tank quite a lot of respect. But he pulls back. He's getting some lings out with this now. 79 drones is pretty nice. I don't know how many drones you want to go up to with a Roach Ravager composition like this. But he's getting into Lurkers now, so I don't think he wants too many more drones. Lurkers a bit supply heavy. Gumiho gonna try to hit with the drop on the top side, although I think Dark either knows about it or Dark wants to go for his own little top side push here. That is a dead medevac full of units. Gumiho trying to get stuff done on both sides, and neither sides are getting anything done. Zest has the most wins in these cups, and Kira is more than Dark. Thorn, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor. You go look up how many times either of those players have beaten Dark in these cups. You just go look at the last few weeks, and you tell me how Zest and Kira have been doing against Dark lately in these cups. Dark doesn't play in these cups very often. Zest and Kira have been playing most weeks since 2021 at least. That's not the statistic to look at. Dark for sure dominates these cups when he plays. He's only played, really, I mean, I don't know how many weeks he's played, but I don't remember seeing him very often when I used to cast these. I didn't cast them for a while. But even when I came back and started casting them again a few months ago, he didn't play until like maybe 2 months ago. And he has just been dominating since then. Although I gotta say, Gumiho's putting up a really good fight here. Like, there's a couple times where I thought Dark was just gonna be able to kind of walk over Gumiho, but it has not happened. Tries to get that Nidus up, Gumiho stops it. Tries to dive in here, Gumiho holding strong. And he's pushing down here at the same time. That Fungal is huge, but there are so many medevacs that a bunch of these bio units just stay alive. Ooh, the parasitic bombs are really sick. Unit's gonna pull away. Well, only one of the medevacs dies from that. At the same time, we've got a run by up to the top side. I like this. I like the little run by without any medevacs, the like Suicide Squad of bio units. They take down a base. Doesn't really matter if they die. Gumiho's got some decent mining back at home. My biggest concern for Gumiho is, first of all those biles hitting really nicely. But the fact that I just said decent mining, but he's only on 4 bases. And with this kind of setup he's going for with tanks and liberators and turrets, it does get hard to expand on this map. The bases aren't particularly close together as you get further out there. Like this base, not too bad to hold on to. You can kind of do the same thing with tanks and turrets here. But like this one becomes tough to hold on to because you've got this big dip. You're kind of in a valley here, and it's quite far away from the position he already has. Whereas this one you can kind of hold. It's just 2 choke points, and that protects 2 bases. But Dark's gonna keep the pressure on. He doesn't even want to let Gumiho think about taking that 5th base. It does kind of miss the biles on the Liberators here. Loses a lot of Roach Ravager. Oh my god, these Lurkers are just hitting the rocks. They're hitting the rocks. Gumiho does think about taking the 5th, though. He's going to turn that one into a planetary. They traded some units out. I actually think that went much better for Gumiho in that case. But Dark is... I was going to say Dark's on a huge economy. This base isn't done yet. This base just got put back down. 88 drones now. Okay, now that he's up to 88 drones, I do like that a lot better. Ooh, do we have a scan? We do have a scan. The Lurkers get found out there. They were all alone. They need some support to really help them out. Ling's kind of running all over the place. Gumiho he's in a pretty good spot, guys. He's on 5 solid bases. He's got Liberators up here. Oh my god, these Liberators, dude. Causing lost mining time, killing some workers. This is super sick. Gumiho taking some inspiration from Vindicta with these Liberators, man. He was like, man, these Liberators fucking annoyed the shit out of me in that TVT. We're going for Liberators here. Ah, loses that one. It's a bit too bad. As I say that, 2 more show up. He's got some bio and even a tank here just to add some support. Dark will clean it up, but it is certainly not an efficient cleanup. He actually doesn't even kill either of those Liberators. And at the same time, I mean, he holds over here, but he's not able to take a new base and secure that. Gumiho, with this position, he might be able to take the little half base here. And that is not too shabby of a position for Gumiho. All right, that Liberator going to finally get taken down. Drones can go back to mining on that base if they so desire. Couple parasitic bombs go down. I gotta say though, that fight again, pretty damn good for Gumiho. I feel like every time, look at these trades. God damn, every time I look at this, it feels like Dark's lost way more than Gumiho recently. It was even at one point back in the day, but it is not even anymore. And despite the fact that Dark's been mining more, has he been mining enough more to make up for this? I mean, the game's still pretty even right now, but the problem is Gumiho is able to keep alive a lot of his important stuff, and he's able to get into the Ghost. He's still got some tanks available. He's still got some Liberators available on the defensive, and he's not losing his mining. I don't think there's been a single moment where Dark has actually stopped Gumiho from mining anywhere. Ooh, the Ghost gets yoinked. Both of the Ghosts get yoinked. That's really nice. This is pretty much all Marauders. There's a few Marines in here. The Baneling's not really getting any connections. There are a few Ghosts coming up to snipe the Lurkers. Gumiho clearing that. These Lurkers down here are getting some damage, and I like that the rocks got taken down. Oh, the Planetary can actually hit some of these Lurkers. Oh, he needs to repair. He needs to repair. Looks like Gumiho will hold on here. Finally, we do have some of that disrupted mining I was talking about. And looks like this Planetary will fall. The Lynx around, the Baneling's coming in to push everything back. Gumiho really stuffed back into a corner here. Unable to take down these Lurkers with snipes or anything else. Oh, Banelings! Alright, they don't quite get the connections they were looking for. But Dark stops mining at this 5th, and stopping mining at one base in some situations, not the end of the world, but here for Gumiho, I mean, his mining is not great. With the mules, it will pop up towards here, but it is definitely more like a baseline here. And the mules only last so long. More importantly, the minerals only last so long. And this base is going to mine out very quickly if he keeps dropping mules. This one's getting very low. The natural, the main, there's not much left. He really, really needs this base. Now, if Dark loses a base, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. Especially as he'll be able to take this one fairly soon. Dark pushes in here. He's got more lurkers. There were a bunch of snipes going on. I don't know if it's on any of the high value targets. Some of these lurkers are low but not dead. It does take 2 snipes to kill a lurker. There you go, a couple do fall. Lings and Banes do largely die, and Dark honestly doesn't get too much done there. I think he killed maybe a couple of command centers. This one's on fire. Trades with the units a bit. Again, the trades haven't been great for Dark, but they're actually about the same as they were earlier when I looked at them. They've both lost about 10,000 resources since then. So Gumiho hasn't been nearly as efficient as he was before. And again, his mining has not been good. So he needs to be efficient. Oh, and this is not it. He's going to go for the lift up and try to get out of here. Get some of the ghosts in there, but he needs to get away. Do we have a parasitic bomb? We do not. And the EMP means we definitely do not. But Gumiho's going to have to tap out. Dark taking game 1. But man, 21-45. What a slugfest. Absolutely crushing it. I gotta say, Gumiho playing really damn well and making me doubt my conviction on Dark crushing through today. Because you know what? I mean, we'll see in game 2. Dark was playing that one kind of safe. There was a couple times where I felt like he could have just gas pedaled and gone. But he pulled it back. He played it safe, which is not really the Dark I usually expect. But he ended up taking the win, so I guess it worked out for him. And the thing is, it's not just that he wins them. Dark, when he wins, he just crushes. He dominates usually. It's usually not like that kind of game. Usually if Dark wins, he absolutely smashes. But let's hop into game 2 and see if that holds true, or if he's maybe playing a little more passive today. Maybe trying to test out his late game here against Gumiho. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Hardwire. It is the aforementioned Zerg, Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Dark. And of course, his highly esteemed opponent in the lower left for Psystorm Gaming. It's Gumiho. Zest doesn't win as many of these as you would expect. That's for sure. So I'm looking at, oh, this is just this year. Well, I guess just this year kind of makes sense, right? Season 2. Starting April. If I look at Season 2 starting April, I don't know exactly how many Dark participated in, but I'm seeing right now that since April, he's been in the top 4 8 times, and he's won 6 of those 8 times, which I think is pretty damn incredible. Maybe there's a time where he went out in like the round of 8 or something. It's certainly possible. I think it's fairly unlikely, but it is certainly possible. I do think the recent results are a little more relevant. Dark definitely wasn't in top form through 2020, I would say. I feel like that wasn't a great year for Dark. But more recently, he has looked very, very strong. I think in the last 6 to 8 months, he's looked really good. Now, while I was looking up those stats, it looks like I missed something. Something going on here. I feel like this was an early pool. Yeah. Oh my God, there's roaches. So, early pool, early gas. Gumiho seems to have sniffed it out somehow. He's got some Marines out here. He's got a bunker. But we've got Ravagers morphing. We've got roaches coming across the map. And DRG just beat Zest. That is sick. DRG actually playing super well, man. Ah, I love to see it. See, Zest loses to players in these brackets that you wouldn't expect him to. Like, I love DRG, and I think he's looked really strong. But, like, if this was a TSL or a GSL or a Katowice, I'd be like, no shot. No shot. Zest is going to crush him. And you know what? Zest probably would. But in the ESL Open Cups, I feel like Zest, I don't know. He doesn't quite have his gamer boots on or something. Gumiho trying to hold this bunker here. He's trying to repair it as much as possible, but the SCVs are getting targeted down. However, that means the bunker is getting free damage done in the meantime. That's 3 Marines doing consistent damage. The Ravagers are staying alive, which is important. But the Lings go down. The Roaches go down. There's 3 Ravagers left. But that is it. The bunker holding strong. 3 Ravagers can't... There's not really a chance they'll bile it down if there's SCVs nearby. Looks like Dark's going to send the Ravagers home. 4 SCVs went down there, but not a great trade for Dark. I feel like he needed to get a little bit more than that. This is obviously a very committed opening with all of this early tech, and now getting into the lair pretty quickly as well. No 3rd base yet, just started. Man, Zest and Dark have the same match win rate in ESL Open Cups. That is surprising to me. That's surprising to me. Is that all of them, or is that just Korea? It's kind of interesting. This little push from Gumiho is certainly very annoying. The Marauders have Concussive Shell, which is making things a bit more difficult. The Hellions dive around. They're trying to get on top of the drones. Now, they'll grab a few, but I don't think they're going to get too many here. 6 in total. Not too bad, considering that was 4 Hellions diving by. The Marauders do escape, at least for now. I don't know if he wants to get too greedy with the chase here, as Concussive Shell can mean these Marauders will turn around at any point and basically kill whichever unit they decide to. Ooh, the Lings, though. The Lings. Who needs Ling speed? It's not even on the way. Dark doesn't need Ling speed. Oh, he's got 12 Lings. They're slow. Whatever. 6 minutes into the game. It's all good, dude. Ain't worried about it. I'll spend my 100 gas on something else. Who needs it? Dark gonna win this game without Ling speed. Gumiho going for a 3rd base. He's going to move out a little bit here. Did supply block Dark for a second. That's certainly annoying. Dark not getting too greedy, though. Builds a handful of roaches. He's got to know something's coming after that Overlord died. Don't need Ling speed if the Marines drop right on top of your Lings, right? Good hold here for Dark. But 6 drones go down at the same time. A few more Hellions sneak in. Is it worth it for Gumiho? Probably not, like, technically, but when the Zerg is on not a great worker count, you guys are on the same worker count, killing drones is always good. I like the 3 Marine drop here. He really wanted to go for that creep tumor, but I don't think he had a scan. Pretty sure that's what just happened. Dark gonna finally start a 4th base as Gumiho takes his 3rd. Ooh, Dark going for Burrow and Tunneling Claws. That is very intriguing. On some maps, the tunneling claws is fairly easy to see. We'll have to keep an eye out for how, if Gumiho is able to spot the tunneling claw roaches. Oh yeah, Zest in the EU cups. I mean, that's kind of why I was wondering about the different cups, because NA's some, you know, that's some ping, but EU is like, that's insane ping. When the Koreans play in the EU Cup, I'm like, is this for fun or who knows? Ooh, we got the Nidus in the main, and now we've got some Burrow Roaches here. Nidus in the main, not gonna get up. You know, I'm gonna go for a drop here. Well, the Burrow Roaches are actually just chilling. They're not going anywhere. Got Infestors coming out. I'm going to do this one live during the game just because it's for Diesel. Yeah! Just for you, Diesel. Bit of a passive game right now. I'm actually surprised we didn't see the Tunneling Claws Roaches trying to burrow their way into the main here, into the natural. Ooh, the missile turret. That might be a little helpful to Gumiho in this game. I have admin 3 ESL Asia Cups with 100% finishing the cup rate. So glad to hear it, Enigma. Excellent work. You've made it all the way to the finals every time. Ooh, I don't know if I like Gumiho attacking up here. There's a lot of Ling Ravager, and there are Infestors available to Fungal. The Fungals go down, the Biles go down. Pretty huge. There's still one Fungal left available here. Could Fungal for the retreat. Fungals, Biles, and I was going to say Dark's dominating this fight, but once it's just Ravagers left over, man, those Ravagers absolutely just melt to the Stim bio. It is insane. And, yeah, Gumiho actually trading out pretty well here. He's losing a lot of stuff, but these last handful of units, I noticed this a lot. Like a few Marauders, with their each have their own medevac, they just stick around for a really long time. We have a bunch more Roaches coming over. We have some Lings coming over as well. A Nidus Swarm going up on the backside. Gonna draw some of the fire, actually. These Roaches, or these Marauders doing absolutely nothing. Just fighting that, that Nidus, but they're going to catch the Queens trying to retreat. Dark just resupplying with Roach Ravager. Gumiho taking a 4th base. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody take that 4th base. That is certainly a choice. Drop is really, really nice. A handful of Marauders, so he's even going to focus down I don't know if that was a Hydra, maybe? We do have Hydras coming out because Lurkers are going to be next on the menu. The cheeky single Roach. Working on that missile turret. Not going to get it, sadly. He even gets repaired. Wow. Gumiho really cares. Hey, Strafinator. I'm doing good. I am very tired today. it's been a staple of the week is Chickenman being extremely tired. So that's cool. We're keeping that going. Well, other than that, been doing quite well. Stressed. A bit stressed, but very excited. Pig! Oh my god. Mind caught. Thank you so much for the raid, Pig. Hope you had a lovely stream covering the best games of the week. Welcome, Pig viewers. We got some other best games of the week here. We got some bangers. Bibbity bibbity bangers. Gumiho is actually playing super well right now, guys. Dark is a huge favorite here, I would say. But Gumiho, this is the best I've seen Gumiho play since he's been back, for sure. If you covered up the names, I'd probably guess this was Beyond. I'd guess this was Beyond, for sure. The way he's been playing, dropping, microing his units, all these bio units. Gumiho's really, really crushing it right now. Oh, I don't know about this attack into the Lurkers. That's a little dicey, but he dives forward. Oh, the Blinding Cloud is huge. Blinding Cloud and Lurkers, best friend. Name a better duo. But he's got the tanks to fall back to still, so the Lurkers can't push forward just yet. Dark making a few more of those. Gumiho really putting the pressure onto Dark here. Dark does have Vipers, though, which can help. They're really, really good at helping. Oh, the transfuse on the Vipers. That's clutch. Is it clutch enough? He's going to get at least one more yoink before that Viper dies. Bio trying to move over here. Going to get stopped. But, importantly, Dark only on 79 drones. Not a massive economy. He doesn't have this base saturated at all. He can't take this base. That being said, Gumiho hasn't taken a fifth yet. I feel like this base is so easily securable for him, but he's been so focused on the offensive, microing correctly, continuing to just pump out units, that he hasn't been able to get a command center over there and get some SCVs over there yet. Gonna lift up and get out of the main base. These tanks in the middle of the map need to probably should just try to leave. I don't know if that's really going to work. But at the same time, he's going to take down this base. That's a great pickoff for Gumiho, and he can just leave. He doesn't have to stick around. He does need to get into Ghosts. I feel like I saw a Ghost Academy building somewhere. Oh my god, it's right on the middle of the map, though. Oh no, it's just going to get taken down. Dark's going for the counterattack. Gumiho's been doing so well, but he's got a ton of army supply on the other side of the map. Can he actually hold this counterattack? I really don't think he can, especially not with the Ghost Academy falling, which it looks like it is about to, and no ghosts have come out yet. We don't have any on the field. We have none in production. Gumiho's getting good damage done on the other side of the map, but losing his fourth base. He's just on 3 bases right now. His mining is really, really abysmal, and he is killing some mining of Dark, but I don't feel like it's comparable. The natural going down is painful. The hive going down does really hurt. This is where Gumiho can get some real value. He is taking down a lot of the tech, and the Lings get here. They don't have any help, though, and they just surround a bunch of bio that has medevacs. That's not going to go all that well. Some Hydras and Ravagers show up. Those are very, very soft units. Fluffy units, you might say. And they're not going to be able to stand up to this bio. All the tech is dying. Every bit of tech. Dark's got a lair starting up at his 3rd base, which is good because he's probably going to lose this spawning pool pretty soon. And he's just losing everything. Dark's army supply is plummeting because he decided to fight with about a 5th of his army at a time, just running him into this, honestly, pretty small contingent of bio. If he had grouped everything together and gone all at once, he cleans this up with ease. But as it is, Gumiho looks like he's going to be able to clear out these last couple of Lurkers. Please tell me he can clear out these last couple of Lurkers. Oh my god, the SCVs are being pulled. Does he have another scan? He does. Look at the micro. Look at him go. Oh my god, that Marauder juking and jiving. And at the same time, he does so much damage over here. He's going to pull the medevacs back. But Dark's got 36 army supply. He's trying desperately to remake a Roach Warren, a Hydra Den. He's got the Infestation Pit. His spawning pool is still alive, but not forever. It is going to be dropping. It's dropping. He needs to spread a creep tumor up there, but he doesn't have any queens. I don't think he has any queens at all. He's got a few down here. Gumiho, once he cleans up the rest of these lurkers that are kind of on his side of the map, the lurker count is 3. 13 hydras on the way. Lurker den about halfway done. That is a long building to create. There are a lot of hydras, but I don't think there's any vipers left over. Oh man, that anti-armor missile just hits a few units, but Dark's pulling drones. Oh, you know, you're pulling drones against tanks now. He's like, actually, no, I wasn't pulling them to attack. I was just leaving. I was just leaving. Don't mind me. Yeah, Dark can't fight this army, and I don't think Gumiho's gonna give him a chance to build up an actual army. 14 lurkers being made. All right, this is it, man. If Dark's gonna win this game, it has to be right here. But he can. He can win this game. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, here's a problem, actually. I've diagnosed the problem with Dark's plan. There are Liberators and a Raven. That is a bit of a problem. But we've got a Lurker on the other side of the map. We've got a bunch of Lurkers hitting in a counterattack. I think he's hoping to force command centers to lift so that there won't be scans available. Ooh. I mean, this is quite dicey for Gumiho. We might be to the point where we need to see Gumiho float some buildings and try to kill everything that Dark has. The buildings back at home. I'm a bit concerned here. I think Gumiho's still in a good spot, but Dark is making it very difficult for him. Dark needs to figure out how to stay alive. He's trying to rebuild a spawning pool. Oh, he just needs to save this one. Oh, just move an Overlord over and poop creep. Ah, go. Damn. Oh, he doesn't have a lair anymore. Never mind. He's going to lose his last hatchery. He's got a new one building, but he doesn't have any mining just yet. He's got just enough minerals to build one more hatchery if he needs to, and that is it. He's losing everything else. I think he canceled his spawning pool. I can't believe he doesn't have one creep tumor. Even if he put it here, it would have gotten there in time, but not anymore. Now he needs to put one like right here. The Lurkers burrow. There is a Raven though. Oh, the Raven might be the game-winning move. There's 2 Ravens. Gumiho got out a second Raven. And the problem is his buildings can fly. And there's like 2 Hydras. Oh my god, there's 2 Hydras on the map, guys. That's it. It's all that shoots up. Gumiho is going to lose this orbital for pretty much no reason, which is a bit unfortunate. But it passes by 3 others that are not going to die, which I feel like should probably go hang out in the corner here. But Gumiho is not focused on that because he's focused on winning this game. And WW gets called. Gumiho takes a game off of Dark. Whew. God damn. Oh, I love it. I love it. Puts a smile on my face. Gumiho, man, he is one of those players where you have all these players, you'd be like, oh, these guys are so good. You got your Dark and your Maru and everybody is so good. They're so good at the game. And you're like, Gumiho's pretty good. And then he'll just come in and he'll just be like, bop. Just knock all the nerds out of there. They won't be ready for it. Ah, you love to see it. All tied up. I gotta say, I'm happy about it, but I was not expecting us to go to game 3 in the series. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Berlingrad, we have our Dragon Phoenix Gaming Zerg player, Dark. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner for Storm Gaming, it is Gumiho. And if Gumiho wins this series, oh my god, I'd be so stoked. So stoked. Stoke. The fire in the hole as the men draw back. Feed the heat in the hole as the men draw back, and the dust and the smoke in the air is black, and a trickle of sweat runs down your back. And what are the boys from the Midlands doing here? Anybody in chat can tell me what musical that is from. I'll gift you a tier 3 sub to the streamer of your choice. But no Googling. No Googling. Be honest. And if you don't get it pretty quickly, I'm going to assume you Google it. There's going to be some musical theater nerd in chat who's like,
I know the answer to this one.
Actually, I haven't seen him in a while in chat, but there was somebody who I was in that show with, who's been in my chat before. That's a bold move. It's a bold move of me to put that out there, knowing that there's that chance that guy could just be in here. Yeah, ghosts are definitely something that was missing from that game. Obviously, he lost his Ghost Academy, and he didn't quite get into the transition before a lot of the economy stuff got really wonky, but I feel like that transition was very late. It does feel like Gumiho maybe isn't quite as comfortable with the Mass Ghost as a lot of other Terran players, but I think it's such an important part of this matchup. Wow, how did that Reaper get out of there? Are we sure this isn't Beyond? This is some, like, Beyond shit we got going on from Gumiho. Alright, I'm going to assume by now that nobody in chat has gotten it. It's Titanic the Musical. That's what it's from. Yep, that is a real thing. It's a real thing. Titanic the Musical. And that's what the song is from. Ooh, spicy. Gumiho going for the fusion core. You'll love to see it. I mean, okay. I love BC plays. I love BC plays. But I honestly don't think they're that good right now. I think they had their time. They were good. They were strong. But I don't think they are. That being said, there is a weird thing where if your opponent is totally not expecting something like that, they can do a lot of damage. But the standard is to get a lot of queens out. So I don't know how I feel about that. He hasn't seen the fusion core, so this is good for Gumiho. Wait. Gumiho's got a lot of money in the bank. Did he mean to start a BC but started a Banshee by accident? No? Okay, Banshee first. That delays the BC by a lot, though. And he's supply blocked. Oh, no, dude. Well. Dark still is not dipped in at all to try to see what's going on in here. I thought he was about to. I thought he was about to just go straight in here to see if he could see something and then back out as soon as he saw the fusion core, but he does not. He does not see the fusion core. He puts down a few spore crawlers, which are just generally good to have. Of course, he saw the Banshee, which... Did he kill the Banshee? Nope. Banshee's still kicking. Yeah, I was in the show Titanic the Musical. It's honestly a really good show. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed being in that show. It was the first musical I did outside of high school, So it is a special. There is a special place in my heart for it. Met some really cool people doing that. The battle cruiser makes such a very specific noise when it teleports. It's gonna target down a few drones. It does have to be careful. Queens will chip it down pretty quickly. Should be able to target down some drones though. Gets 5 drones. Gonna go for the Yamato on a queen. That's nice. 5 drones and a queen. Should be able to kind of hide back here and can either fly home or teleport home. I think flying home makes sense. Oh, can he get that? Yeah, easy, bro. Easy money. Oh, I was gonna get this Overlord too. Do you see it? Do you see it move over here and go, oh, wait. Just caught it out of the corner of its eye. I thought you could get away from me, Overlord. Got another BC. Teleporting straight over to this fresh base. Dark, what are these queens doing? Oh my god, he doesn't cancel it. He must be focused over here where he's losing all the roaches. Gumiho. He's crushing it. Oh my god, dude. Absolutely crushing it. Both the BCs get damage done and get... I haven't seen a BC build work this well in, honestly, probably over a year. At a high level, I should say. When I play Zerg, a BC build will work much better than this. I just GG, honestly. Okay, Gumiho, get the hell out of there. You can Yamato once, maybe. No, he gets out. What? That's, oh my god, get the hell out of here. Okay, repair this immediately because there are corruptors out on the field. You gotta repair these BCs right away. That is not enough repair. All these SCVs should be out here repairing right now. I mean, he's lucky that Dark isn't just going across the map with the corruptors, because that's a dead BC if he does that. Might lose a corruptor for it, but that is a dead BC. How many corruptors do we have out? 8? I mean, eight's a fine number, I think, for 2 BCs. We only have the 2. This is an old school kind of build. Again, very 2018. You build the 2 BCs, you get Yamato. And then it's straight into like a bio-tank composition off the back of it. I like the single Banshee just chilling here. Gets a couple of drone kills, but dies to the Corruptors. Now, the nice thing about the Corruptors here for Dark as well is they can catch medevacs. A lot of times we'll see like a Roach Ravager player that just doesn't really have a way to kill medevacs other than queens. It's always a little painful to watch. The medevacs just kind of completely outposition Roach Ravager constantly. Yeah, but like this is really nice for Gumiho. He's clearing up creep. He's keeping the creep spread back on this side of the map in particular. And the Dark's starting to spread this way, but if Gumiho expands north, I actually really like how this game is going for him. That being said, it's not like anything crazy has happened this game. Gumiho's traded well so far, but not a lot has happened. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy has happened. I'm surprised 8 aliens have gone down, but that's about it. The VCs can teleport on out of here. They get 3 queens. They leave. There you go. Oh, and then, hey, where'd this bio come from? Bio takes a nice little trade as well. And at the same time, we got a drop down here to the lower left. The bios hit really nicely on those Marines. Medevac's trying to boost away. The boostier. They're trying to boostier. Can they get away? Oh my god. I wanna fly away. Look at the jukes! Look at him go, dude! What? How does he get out of there? Oh, Dark's Corruptors over here, man. Can we get some Seaman What's up in here? They got that Travolta meme. That's what these corruptors just did. They hit that corner and they were like, where the hell did he go? Ooh, this push from Gumiho feels pretty strong. There's a lot of Ling Bane Roach Ravager though. I feel like Dark has enough to take this down, but more bio reinforces as well. The Biles hit pretty nicely, I'm not gonna lie. More Banelings stimming forward. Man, my terminology is just all over the place right now. You guys know what I'm talking about though. Somehow Gumiho is standing strong. The Corruptors will be able to take down the Medivacs though, eventually. But there are still 5 Medivacs here. Gumiho continuing to push. Dark in a bit of trouble. He's got more Lings, more Roaches on the way, but he loses all of his ground army, and it's just going to be the reinforcements coming out. They're spilling out a few at a time. He might clean this up, but it's not going to be very efficient. And efficiency is key here when he's on the same kind of worker supply as his Terran opponent, and he's not even going to be able to clean up the reinforcements. Gumiho continues to push. He's taking bases during all of this, keeping that economy going. He's going to start to take down drones. He stopped +2 melee from finishing up. This base is going to go down. We've got tanks sieging up. It does feel like Dark's going to be able to clear this out of here, but this was supremely inefficient for Dark. And I'm pretty sure, I was going to say I'm pretty sure those BCs are still alive. They are not. The BCs died. Okay. I don't know when the hell that happened, but at some point the battle cruisers died. This is not good for Dark. Gumiho, that was fantastic. He's taken good trades. Mining-wise, it wasn't Dark's favor for a bit, but losing that base, the worker count's pretty much even. Gumiho's taking a 5th base. That's in Gumiho's favor now. Like, he's just going to have better mining, and he should be able to just pump out units. Look at this, 3-3 finishing up, and Dark is only just finishing up +2 Carapace. He still only has +1 attack on all of his units because of that cancel. Not only was he behind essentially 2 full upgrades, but now he's behind even more because of the Evo chamber that died. He's holding on. He's still got a pretty beefy looking army. If he takes the right fight, he can still do really well here, but man, this game is going fantastically for Gumiho. I really thought those BCs were still alive. If the BCs during that teleport like right here, I think Dark taps out. That's what I was waiting for to happen. But the fact that the BCs died is a bit unfortunate. They did, I think, enough to warrant falling, but usually you try to keep those alive for basically the entire game. Gumiho really starting to push on the left side here. He's got tanks sieging up, but a huge contingency of bio is moving back into this base, and it's going to force Dark to try to split his army, and that's going to be so difficult to do against these kinds of tank positions. You do need overwhelming numbers to take good fights there. Gumiho does need his Marines to be part of this. All right, the game's not over yet, guys. Dark's taking a new base. This base is back up and running. He's still on a decent worker count. He's got Vipers out now, so that efficiency I was talking about earlier is much more possible. Parasitic Bombs. Why Parasitic Bombs? I feel like anything is better than that. Yoinking the tanks or blinding clouds on the bio. I don't like the Parasitic Bombs, and now Gumiho, those reinforcements came over. Suddenly, this is a huge amount of army. Gumiho's up a bunch of army supply. He's up workers. He kills another base. I said Dark wasn't dead, guys, but I might have lied to you. Gumiho looking like he's poised to take out my favorite to win this tournament. I was talking up Dark. Man, I'm over here saying, he's not gonna drop a single map on his way to the finals. He might 3-0 the finals. And Twitch chat was like, bruh, Gumiho though. I didn't believe. I don't know if anybody believed, but Gumiho is proving us wrong right now. The game's not over. Dark hasn't left yet, but this is not feeling good for Dark. He doesn't have Lurkers now. He's got some Vipers. Yes, they can help the efficiency, but he's losing the space again, and this time the drones here are going to go down as well. He's lost this base. This one just finished. Dark finally getting some mining over there, but he's on 45 workers. And the army just, it's not like Dark has a huge, massive, amazing army. It's a nice army. It's fine. It's big. He's got some Vipers, but it's not an efficient army. It's Ling Bane. Ling Bane is just not really efficient. I don't know where the hell these medevacs are going, but Gumiho does pull them back. He's trying to push forward with a few units. It's mostly Marauders, so you can kind of just tank the Banelings to the face. But even this, like, it feels like Dark's having a little bit of a trouble dealing with it. And it's all a distraction to take down this base. Oh my god, Gumiho gonna take a good fight over here. Even if it's not a great fight, I don't see how Dark actually wins this. He clears up this side, the Lings come over here, he's gonna push this away. But Gumiho's on 80 workers. He's on 5 bases. He's got 3 more command centers finishing up all at the same time. He's gonna double expand. By the time this command center floats down here, this game's going to be over. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I think this game is over. Dark's trying to get into a Hydra Den. He's on 3 bases. GG. Dark came to the same realization I did. He said, you know what? The game's over. I need to let it go. And Gumiho takes the 2-1 victory. What a god. Holy shit. Oh, that's beautiful. You didn't know this was live? Oh, it is live. The game's too hype. You're like, this game's too hype to be live. This must be a VOD, right? This must be like a highlight. No, bro. It's just that good. Beautiful. Gumiho's only been out of the military like 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't explain the meta thing, though. You figured it out. Gumiho's like, meta? What's that? I'm gonna build my own stuff. Oh my god, dude. That was beautiful. What a beautiful series. Now Gumiho's up against Ragnarok. Ready to Ragnarok and roll. No! Never mind. Due to Ragnarok having an urgent matter to attend to, he has forfeited his match versus Gumiho. So, yeah, that is sad to hear. I hope everything's all right for Ragnarok. Hopefully, urgent matter is like something weird that came up. He's got to handle, and not something negative or like real emergency, you know. That does mean though that our boy Gumiho is going to the semis. Gumiho just gets a free ride to the semis. That's amazing.